again on the chase. Blocks him off the backcourt. Oh, showtime. Oh, he slammed it down. Keno rises. Another three from Eula. I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the NCSY pregame show. They've been inspiring the Jewish people for over 70 years. My name's Hillel Benash, alongside Max Zackheim, and we have an exciting matchup today. It's kicking off Championship Sunday between the Maimo MCats and the Farber Fire. Max, tell us about some of their players.
Yeah, so for the Maimo MCats from Massachusetts, senior Emil Jakowitz, really good player. Might be a little bit of a down year for the MCats as they were in Tier 1 last year, but Coach Ed Gelb told us that they're here to play and they're here to finish off their season strong. And then on the other side, you know, with the Flames, they got a great senior point guard, Jonas Singer. Jonas Singer, very high IQ, really good player, so I'm looking forward to that matchup. Yeah,
100%. And you know, it's hard. It's hard to come out here at 8 a.m. in a consolation game after taking some rough beatings, but this is their last high school game for some of their folks. You know, you remember your last high school game?
Yeah, I mean, as he said, it's a lot of these guys' last games, and you only get so many times with refs and your teammates. So every time the ball's tipped up, you got to go balls to the wall. So.
All right, I'm excited to be here with you today, and good luck to both teams.
Good luck.
Hi, everybody. And the starting lineups are sponsored by the Yeshiva University Office of Admissions. As you start your college journey, make sure you visit us online to check out all the great events and opportunities we have for YU students. So first, for the Maimo MCats, we have number 5, Emil Jakowitz, 5'10" freshman guard. Number 14, Ariel Jesselson. Number 15, Danny Misaji. Number 23, Yakir Samuels. And number 43, Zach Gelb. And for the Farber Fire, we have number 14, A.B. Garden. Number 2, Jake Schrone. Number 22, David Shemaev. Number 21, Gideon Lopatin. And number 32, Shmuel Schottenstein. And we already have a quick timeout into the game, Max. A quick 4-0 start for the Maimo MCats.
Yeah, I mean, Maimo MCats come out, jump out 4-0. Quick timeout by Coach of Farber. Like, as we talked about, 8 a.m., you got to be ready to play.
Got to be ready to play, and I think Farber wants his team to know that. The Farber coach wants his team to know that. So here's number 5, Emmett Singer, dribbling up the floor. Here we go. He swings it back over to Ira Garden. He dribbles, uses the screen. Out of bounds. Farber's ball. And Max, have you played in the Sarachek tournament before?
I actually have. I mean, unfortunately, my senior year, due to COVID, it was canceled. But my junior year, I played in Sarachek. We lost in, I think, the second round of Tier 1 to SAR.
To SAR, yeah. It's a big rivalry, fresh SAR.
Yeah. It was a tough one. But, yeah, I was looking forward to it my senior year, obviously, but God had other plans.
Yeah, nothing like a Sarachek tournament, though.
Yeah, no. I was talking to Poppers last week about it, and I said that like it's just good vibes, you know. Like everybody's on campus, everybody's hooping, having a good time. So it's a fun tournament. It's really a fun tournament.
Yeah, it's a fun tournament. You know, it's cool to also see all these high schoolers go so hard and their fan bases show up. I was actually talking to one of the YU coaches, and he was telling me that these teams are really getting at it now. But he was telling me that there's really an energy in Sarachek that even our games don't have. You know, because you have two different fan bases. They all know each other for the most part, all part of the Jewish community, and they're just competing their tails off.
No, that's a good point, because I feel like at our home games, yeah, I mean, it's basically 75%, if not more, our fans. You see in Sarachek, it's like 50-50, right. And both fans are high school kids wilding out.
Right, exactly. Wilding out's a great way to describe it, as Maimo couldn't get that layup to go, and Farber brings it back down the court. Oh, number 14, is he going to dunk it? Oh, lays it up off the glass with his right hand. I really thought he could dunk, Max. I don't know.
I didn't think so.
Ariel Jesselson with a great steal. And Maimo is running it up, 6-0. They're showing off, the full intensity of their half-court trap defense, and they get yet another turnover. And here's a foul as number 5, Emil Junkwitz, and that's what we were talking about on the pregame show, really setting the tone for his team.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, as we talked about Maimo, a little bit of a down year, but I'm pretty sure they're a pretty young team as they graduated most of their guys last year. Again, they were Tier 1 last year, so they were a pretty good team, and they graduated most of their guys. So I think they're a young team, and they're just those type of kids probably just going to come out with energy. Who cares? It's 8 a.m., you know what I'm saying? They're younger guys, and they just want to play and compete their tails off.
And it's also up to the point guard, you know this more than anyone, to set the tone for his team. And it seems like Emil Jutkowicz is doing it. Moving on to one of my favorite parts of the Heights, though, I want to talk about is Lake Como Pizza. And, Max, they're really more than pizza today. They're more than pizza. So you should go and get some pizza salads, even awesome breakfast options, as Emil Jutkowicz and 1. Wow, I mean, he could use some Como in his life for sure.
Yeah, I mean, Como is a great place. Been great to us. I mean, with obviously our captain and our guy Zevi Samit organizing breakfasts for us in the mornings, and Como's been super generous for us. So we have nothing but love and appreciation for Josh and Como Pizza.
Yeah, 100%. And I would even go farther to say my main draw is certainly the acai bowl. As Josh
yeah, you're a big acai guy.
Big acai. I've started my day with acai. Shout out Gabe, who's no longer, he moved to Israel, but Gabe put in work with those acais. Andy, really get down and dirty making those acai bowls.
Dude, no one makes an acai like Andy, bro.
That's definitely true. And these teams, 8 a.m. is no excuse. Andy's there at 6 a.m.
Andy's all time.
Yeah.
Shout out to Andy.
Yeah, they're moving around, but it really seems like Farber's having a lot of trouble with this half-court trapping defense.
It's like a 1-3-1 type situation.
Yeah, exactly.
It's energy, man. It's like we talked about. Whoever's got the most energy is going to win this game at 8 a.m. That's period.
Right. I don't even think it's skill at this point. Right.
I do not.
I don't think it's skill at all. But it was a good look by number 14, A.V. Garden, but couldn't get it to fall. And let's see what out-of-bounds plays have been working on all year. Number 32. That looks like a foul to me. I don't know. It kind of took your look with the headband.
I don't know. Might have to see him outside after the game.
Might have went into your locker and grabbed one of those. But yeah, another turnover as Maimo pushes the tempo. Good offensive board, though.
No, he looked like he got hit on that one.
Sam Marcus. Here's Marcus again. Back out to Zach Gelb. Is Zach Gelb related to the coach? He must be. Ed Gelb. Probably his son.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Yeah, it is his son. I mean, your dad's not the coach of the team, but he's definitely been. Oh, wow. As Gelb puts it down from 3, and yet, they're subbing in. They're subbing in number 23 for Farber, Ori Feldman. But, talk about what your dad is obviously a big basketball mind, a great basketball mind. Talk about what he's meant for your basketball career up to this point.
Yeah, I mean, I assume for a lot of guys, but for me, my dad's been huge for me in my basketball dream and journey. I mean, obviously financially supporting what it takes, but also just supporting me along the way, whether at prep school, Bryant, obviously even at Yeshiva, just always by my side, always helping me out. So can't obviously express enough gratitude, and that's true.
And for those of you who ever come to a Yeshiva game, look at the top corner.
Section E.
Section 8. Yeah, he loves Section 8.
I don't know if you want to be there.
Yeah.
It's a lot of
you might need to get some
dark things. It's dark. It's dark. It's dark sometimes, but I mean, we're champions, so.
Yeah, exactly. Nothing you can say to champion. And the same thing goes for these teams. You can't take away a third place. They're still gonna get trophies.
Third place. I think this is for the
third place consolation.
Yeah, I'm saying this is. Look, you know what I'm saying? Like, moving up one spot is. I don't think there's a big difference between coming in 8th place and coming in 21st place.
Right, that's 100% true. A lot of it's matchups.
Yeah.
A lot of it's a one shot that doesn't roll your 100%. Way. You know what I mean? Look at there's a big difference between Zevi Salmon knocking down that 3, being champions, versus God having other plans. But I like that aggression. I mean, it's obviously Danny Masaji just picked up a foul, but I'll take that foul. Yeah. But while we're here, I'd like to talk about Chopsticks. We'd like to thank Chopstick for being a proud Max Live sponsor for the best Chinese food in Teaneck. You got to go to Chopstick. Head to chopsticksusa.com to order online. The link is in the description of this video. And Max, Teaneck's not far from your house. Have you been to Chopsticks before?
I have been to Chopsticks a fair share. I wouldn't say I'm the biggest Chinese food guy because I don't know, my stomach, sometimes we have some issues in the mornings with some stomach issues. So Chinese sometimes doesn't get me right in the mornings, but it's amazing food, and my family orders it all the time. They gotta have a Chinese place up in Dallas, no, or down in Dallas.
I think they try to make one, but it keeps fumbling. It keeps closing down. They just can't get it to stay.
What's your favorite Chinese order?
Chinese order is a great question. Egg rolls, I've started to get into it, but to be honest, I really eat everything just to get that fortune cookie at the end.
Yeah, it's
something about that free fortune.
Dude, it's crazy. You get it for free. I
know. They get charged
nothing
$20.
Goes free in this world, and you get free fortune. That's
great. Number 32, great take. Doesn't get it to go. And Sam Marcus with the rebound. Back to Gelb. I'd like to mention that A.B. Gardner had a nice block off the backboard this last time down. Seems like he's trying to energize his team on the defensive end. Here you go, Danny Masagi puts it up with his right hand, no good. Rebound, Ori Feldman. Farber's got to get something going at this point. I mean, it's never too late, but they got to just show some signs of life, no, Max?
Yeah, it's a big scoring drought here for Farber. Maimo on a 14, obviously 14-2, so a 14-2 run to start the game. I think Farber's just got to slow down a little bit. They turned it over a little bit early on. Now they're settling in a little bit more, but they got to work together, play off two, get good shots, and again, they're 2 shots away from this being now they're down 16.
That was a great inside hand finish by Daniel Zimmer.
Great inside hand.
But I also have to mention, this could be some of their first times playing in this gym, in the YU gym, and sometimes it's intimidating to come in here in a college-sized gym and perform.
100%. But no, I expect, as number 32 is going to the line, but I expect this to come a little bit closer. I don't expect it to be Maimo to run away with this.
Yeah, and Samuel Schonstein going to the line, 6'2 senior. This is one of those guys, this last game. And while you're shooting these free throws, I'd like to talk about NCSY, because NCSY truly is the best summer you will ever have. Last summer, they brought over 1,000 teams to Eretz Yisrael, Eretz HaKodesh. So this year, they're bringing even more. Isn't that crazy, Max? Even more than 1,000 teams. This countdown is on. Are you ready? There are over 20 incredible programs. NCSY is something for everyone. Don't miss your chance to make this the best summer ever. Register today at summer.ncsy.org. Max, you ever do any NCSY programs?
I have not personally that I can remember, but I know I have a lot of friends that have talked about it and done so many different ones of programs. A lot of friends that did the NCSY Colel.
Yeah, and our good friend Zevi Salmon will be working at the NCSY Colel program this year.
And I've only heard great things. I've never heard one person come back and say it wasn't one of the best summers of their lives.
Right. Oh, and they swing it. That was good ball movement. Great take. Wow. Number 14, A.B. Garden, bringing some energy. And, they're right back in it. It's a 10-point game. If they can get a stop here, bring it down to single digits.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, as we talked about, Maimo, a very young team. So if they saw the little press start coming out for Farber. If they can start getting after their freshman guards, what I'm saying, that they can turn them over a little bit and get back in this game.
Yeah, you can't discount momentum in a game like this. But they see their trophies on the sidelines. They're sitting right there. And
Championship Monday.
Right, Championship Monday. That's what we're here for. Here we go, 19 seconds on the clock. Let's see if Farber tries to hold for one, and they draw the foul. Great, strong ball handling by number 21, Gideon Lopetan. I mean, really incredible stuff by him. I think he's starting to really settle down the Farber Fire. Here we go. 10 seconds left to go, and they seem they're really holding for one. Smart play, kind of time management by the Farber Fire, and a great ball movement to number 23, Ori Feldman for the layup. The full court shot, no good, and just like that, the Farber Fire are right back in this game. Shout out Asher Falk, the sideline reporter for tonight, walking across the sideline. Asher's really an extremely hard worker, Max.
Yeah, Asher's an all-time guy. But he doesn't look like he's really ready to be a sideline reporter.
Yeah,
I don't know. He doesn't seem like he's locked in.
It sounds like maybe he's a little nervous. He's a little out of his element. And
100%. It's all fun and games. You're in the gym all yourself, getting in that work. But sideline reporter, you're a big guy now.
Right. Once there are people watching, people at home, people in the stands, that's when true legends are made.
When the lights are on.
Yeah, 100%. You have a favorite memory in this gym? Maybe a favorite game you played?
Yeah, I mean, definitely a lot of games. But favorite memories, honestly, is just what we did this morning, man. me and Hillel just getting in the gym early, when the lights are off, like that's the unseen stuff. That's kind of what I believe propelled us to obviously our successful season, but just it's what propels everyone in this tournament, and what propels everyone in basketball is just putting in that work, the unseen hours. I mean, just putting in that time when nobody's around is how you produce when the lights are on. So I love this place. I love this gym.
Yeah, and for all these kids playing, everyone listening, they want to get back here, you know, in Tier 1 next year. They got to put in that work when the lights aren't on.
100%. For these teams, it'll be their last game, and then maybe take a week, 2 weeks, get your minds right, and then after that, it's back in the gym. Again, exactly as you said, Maimo was in Tier 1 last year. If they want to get back to there, they got to get back in the gym and put their heads down and punch the clock.
100%. And another great finish by Shmuel Schottenstein. He's kind of picking up the Farber from the boards. Yep, and you know, start of the second quarter, it just reminds me of the Step It Up halftime show. That's coming up soon. And Step It Up, truly a great program. I've never done it myself. I know many great basketball players who've done it. As number 21, Gideon Lopatin can't get it to go. And Emil Jukowitz comes back to number 35, Itai Wainwright. And Gideon Lopatin kind of slows down. Gideon seems to be controlling the pace for the Farber Fire. Oh, but actually, now after further confirmation and review, I know that my fellow over here, Matt Zackheim, actually has done Camp Step It Up. Yes,
Camp Step It Up is awesome. I mean, as we were talking about before, getting in the gym unseen hours, I mean, that's a great way to do it. I mean, I know a lot of people, like, they get in the gym, they don't know what to do. They're like, oh, if I don't have a partner, it's hard. What do I work on? Go to Camp Step It Up. They'll tell you what to work on. They'll get you in the gym. You'll get better, period.
Right, 100%.
Yogi Verdugo, camp director, does an amazing job.
Do you think was that the start of your grind? Like, that's when you started waking up early, working hard, or you've been doing it before that too?
No, that wasn't the start. I would say really my end of my sophomore, junior year of high school is when I really started taking it seriously, really wanted to really fulfill my dreams of playing Division I basketball, Division III basketball. So really, like, I always obviously went balls to the wall when playing team practices. But I wouldn't say when my freshman year in high school I was waking up at 6 a.m. or getting in the gym a lot extra. I would say more than my sophomore, junior year started really to take it seriously. And
another great finish by Gideon Lopatin. But so what do you think inspired you to start really getting up early? Like, what inspired that grind?
It's a good question. I mean, again, I've always loved basketball. I love the game. I want to stay in the game for as long as possible, whether that's playing or coaching. Yeah, I mean, I think I realized that if I want to play at the levels that I want to play at and achieve the dreams, like, that's the only way. Like, there's no secret sauce. There's just one recipe. One recipe fits all. It's get in the gym. It's get up extra shots, and work will show.
Yeah, and Gideon Lopatin's shot comes up good, and he shoots another thing from the corner, and he gets it to go. Listen, Max, I'm very impressed with this kid, Gideon Lopatin. That's what a shooting mentality is. This first one comes right back and knocks it down.
Yeah, I mean, Gideon Lopatin, a warrior. He played in a final with 102 fever. I mean, the guy's a freaking beast. And yeah, I mean, as I said early on, I expected Farber to get back in this game into 16-15 now with 5:50 remaining. I mean, that was a 13-2 run in 4 minutes.
Yeah, and a quick timeout. We're gonna head to a quick commercial break as both teams go to their sidelines.
For many decades, NCSY has provided the best summer ever for thousands of teenagers who have joined to take part in all of the great things the land of Israel has to offer. This summer will undoubtedly be the best summer ever, but also the most meaningful summer ever, as we join hands with our brothers and sisters in Israel in rebuilding and making Israel as great as it will be for all of us. These are most uncertain times, without a doubt. We do not know everything that tomorrow will bring. We are still mourning all that we saw yesterday and over the past few weeks and months. But of a few things we can be certain. We can be certain that Israel will rise again. We can be certain that now, more than ever, is the time to come to Israel and to join in the process of the building of this glorious state. Come join us this summer, now more than ever.
You're live.
All right, both teams are back, and I want to just say, if you want to receive Sarachek news and updates and get close game alerts, join our WhatsApp group. Link is in the description of this YouTube video as Gelb takes it in and kicks it out and Maimonides 3 goes long, and Farber really has a chance to now continue this momentum after the timeout. And here's our guy Lopatin bringing it back over to Emmett Singer. And it really does seem that Maimo has a lot of the pieces to blow this lead. Did have a lot of the pieces to blow the lead open, but like you were saying, they're a little young and experienced, and they let an older, more experienced Farber team back into the game.
100%. I'm looking at the rosters right now, and Farber is loaded with seniors. I mean, we were just there in the locker room with them, and they were numerous of them were saying how it's their last game. So, and you look across the Maimonides roster, and again, as last year they were playing for some gold. This year, not as much, but it's a lot of freshmen developmental. Maybe next year they come back and they're right back in the mix. Yeah, and
as I said, a great finish by junior JJ Rapolino, and you might be hearing that name more this coming year. But something I want to talk about is just they're playing with real NCAA referees. You know, what was your opinion? You know, you get a bad call by a referee. Would you go and talk to them after? You don't seem to scream at them during the play, do you?
Yeah, I mean, usually I don't. I definitely, again, as everyone, sometimes you fall prey to that stuff where you're in the game, you're competing your tail off. So sometimes, yeah, I definitely maybe get a little too angry with them or that. But this year I really tried to, again, they're not changing the call. So you go up to them after. You put your arm around them and you kind of just be like, what did I do wrong, like this type of thing, and you'll get me next time,
Yeah.
They're grown men, so they don't want little kids yelling at them. In what other facet of life do little kids yell at grown men?
Right, 100%. It's a great perspective. That was a great, almost looked like a designed handoff between Gelb and JJ Rapolino, and Rapolino's going back to the line. I mean, has a chance at a quick 4-point spurt for him. I once had a coach that told me that, basketball's all about spurts. You get quit 8 points off the bench, especially coming off the bench. You got to be able to get that quick spurt, and I think that JJ Rapolino is taking a great advantage of his opportunity.
100%. It's a game of runs, and yeah, I mean, a big thing, I think, Farber went on a run when they went to their bench a little bit. Like you got to be ready coming off the bench, whatever that takes to be on the bench and ready to come out and produce. You got to be able to do that, especially in some of these guys' limited roles. But they've done a great job. They got right back in this game after being down 14-2.
Yeah, 100%. As Rapolino gets 1 out of 2 to go, and Gelb with another great rebound.
Those are killers.
Yeah, offensively, especially off free throws. I remember Scott Green, a mutual friend of ours, who's one of my assistant coaches. He had a rule. He said he once lost a game off a free throw rebound. So he would show. Have you ever seen the UCF, as Gelb gets a 3 to go, have you seen the UCF Duke play where Zion Williamson grabs the offensive rebound off free throw to win the game?
I have. That was an insane game. That's got to be one of the best March Madness games of all time.
Back and forth.
I vividly remember watching that game. Taco Fall, Zion Williamson, R.J. Barrett, Cam Reddish, just superstars everywhere, and it was just an unbelievable game. I assume Coach Dawkins of UCF is still thinking about that to this day.
Yeah, exactly. It's like one small play, you do one box out, changes your life forever.
Literally.
And so it's really got to be focused on.
UCF hasn't been able to get back there ever since.
That's another great finish by A.B. Garden. A.B. really, I think, is internalizing the fact this is his last game.
He stepped over the line or something.
Fire.
They call it a violation? I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm not sure what they call, but checking into the game, number 14, A.B. Garden. Oh, no, sorry, number 14, Ariel Jesselson for the Maimo MCATs. The principal for Maimo is actually Rabbi Yaakov Green, who is my principal out in Yavne Academy in Dallas. He's an incredible rabbi, incredible, personable, gives great divrei Torah, so big fan of him and rooting for the MCATs in that sense. But Farber is actually going to try to pull out their own version of the full court trapping defense, and look at that, they get a steal. Number 3, Jonas Singer tracks that one down. It says he's 5'8". I don't know if he's really 5'8", Max, but I say I'm 6 foot. So.
Yeah, that's it. Stats sometimes lie, but I mean, I think a big thing here is limiting turnovers. I think whatever team limits their turnovers the most, whoever wins the turnover battle, I think will end up being victorious here. Yeah. Take care of the ball, and you'll probably put yourself in position to win.
And it kind of goes with what you're saying before. Turnovers are really about effort. If you can hustle down that extra loose ball or dive on or poke a steal, it's really all about effort.
100%. I think Farber here's kind of got to get inside of Schottenstein. He's been producing pretty well when he got paint touches.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. And Garden. Kind of the Schottenstein Garden combination. Here's number 23 for 3, Ori Feldman.
Ooh.
And he knocks it down. Coming into the stands is Aaron Adler, actually a Farber alumni, one of their all-star Hall of Fame players. And Jukowitz pushed it ahead, and that is what a point guard can do for you as Ariel Jesselson finishes. He saw Farber's kind of lazy transition defense, and he pushed it ahead.
I mean, Emil Jukowitz is a freshman. I mean, and he's doing that type of thing. I mean, I'm looking forward to seeing him, obviously, through the years through Sarachek, but definitely good stuff. I mean, as we talked about, the young team definitely in a developmental year, but looking to see bright spots. And as a freshman playing at this stage, it's not easy to do.
Yeah, as Jonas Singer has a nice right-handed layup. But, wow, Jonas Singer with a layup and a steal. This is what we're talking about, the energy, but 100%. You know, maybe in a few years we're going to be back watching him play in his fourth Sarachek.
For sure. When these guys, they get in the weight room a little bit, get their weight up, come back, get in the gym, and they can be right back in the Tier 1 mix for sure. Don't see a reason why not.
Yeah, 100%. And I just want to let you guys all know that all Sarachek games, which are played at Yeshiva University, will be broadcast on MaxLive.com and the MaxLive YouTube channel. Subscribe to MaxLive on YouTube and turn on notifications so you don't miss a single Sarachek broadcast. And once you're tuning into YouTube, I would tune into the Jewish Professionals podcast. Heard it's a great podcast, have some cool guests on there. So
amazing podcast. I actually was driving upstate this weekend, and I was listening to some of my podcasts, and I turned on the JPP. Amazing episode out now with Bradley Tats. Definitely go check it out to learn a lot, but also just hear a couple great guys chopping it up.
Yeah, Bradley Tats, truly an inspirational figure, someone who knows how to work hard, knows how to finesse to make relationships, and I think he's someone we can all learn from. As Maimo's in the bonus to end this half, I think something we can watch is they can really set the tone coming into the second half. They take a 2-point lead. Here's Singer drilling it up. Singer kind of on a great momentum shift right now. And another turnover by Farber. I mean, I'm going to want to see his stats at halftime to see how many turnovers they have combined for both these teams. Really a crazy number.
Yeah, I mean, it was Farber early on. Maimo was getting them with that 1-3-1 trap, and that's how they went out to that 14-2 lead. And then Farber kind of picked up the intensity, and now they're pushing back.
Yeah, as Ariel Johnson gets another one to go, he's just too big for them down there. They got to keep feeding him, and he's got some nice shoes too. Some good shoes. What shoe recommendation can you give to somebody looking for a new pair?
It's a good question. I mean, I actually just got a pair of Kobe's, which I actually had never really had before. I like them. They're definitely comfortable, good basketball shoes. But, I mean, there are a lot of good shoes out there. I like the Devin Bookers, the Sabrinas. A lot of good options out there nowadays.
Yeah, I will say Kobe Bryant happens to be my favorite player. So let's see what Gelb can do here. As Singer gets another steal. 1 second, see if he knows the clock. He gets it up, and it goes! What a finish by Singer. Looking like Matt Zackheim up there going coast to coast. Wow, as both teams goes into halftime, a 28-24 Maimonides league. The Step It Up halftime show presented by guess who? Step It Up. Standing by with the Farber head coach, Gary Capaldi.
Okay, Coach. As we both know, basketball is a game of runs. Seems Maimo went up at first. You guys made a run at the end. What are your thoughts going into the next half?
Well, we were going to rotate everybody, but after we seen the pace of the game and the score of the game, we changed our whole game plan, and then we started executing in the half court. It's the hardest thing about high school basketball, execute, and you can see we got some easy shots, and our defense picked up the pace. We like to run, trap, fast pace. We like it wild and crazy, and it got wild and crazy. We were able to capitalize.
Right. Is this press something you guys practice or just threw it in there?
There's more. We have more in our repertoire. We have a ton of presses, and you're going to see us really put the pressure on the second half. We're going to get it up and down. And like I said, we like it wild and crazy. If we get wild and crazy, that's Farber basketball.
Love it. Wild and crazy Farber basketball. Thank you, Coach. Good luck.
Ryan, impeccable performance by Asher Falcon. You know, we like it wild and crazy up here, too, in the booth.
Wild and crazy is always good.
Always good to be wild and crazy. So we're first going to go to commercial, and then we'll return with the Camp Step It Up halftime show.
My name is Yosef, and I fell in love with basketball when I was 12 years old. Well, let me take you back to the beginning of Step It Up. A kid with hoop dreams. In 7th grade, played middle school ball, played high school ball. I wanted to be a Division I player. My friends were cynical about it. My teachers at school, my head of school. The dream became a reality. And as a little kid from Boca Raton, Florida, I ended up finding myself at Madison Square Garden. That only fueled more and more, and the dream became bigger. I transferred to Brandeis University in Boston, where I played 2 more years before moving to Israel, playing a year of pro ball. And at 25 years old, 2 years later, I started Step It Up. At the time, a basketball private training company. Remember the first session I ran, I was driving home and I just had goosebumps. I felt something. I said, this is it. And from that private training session, we grew more private trainings in a day camp where kids got better in a 5-day program. So I said to myself, if kids are getting better in an hour and getting better in a week, let's start a sleepaway camp. Let's take them for 6 to 8 weeks. It can make a real shift in their mind, a shift in their soul and their perspective. And that's what we did. I sit here with you 12 years later in 2023. We started with 1 kid in 2009. This summer, we're fortunate enough to host over 430 campers from 20 states and 10 countries. When I first started Step It Up, the intention was to run a high-end skill development camp. Little did I know, it would evolve into a life skills camp disguised as a basketball camp, whose core principles are the same principles that I not only grew up on, but still live by to this day. Open heart, open mind. If you come in with the right attitude and you open your heart and mind, we can make tremendous progress. Attention to detail, on the court and off. Live passionately, because what else is there? The way you do anything is the way you do everything. Whatever you choose to do in life, do it all the way. Action above all. Don't talk about it, be about it. Experiences over materialism. It lasts much longer, and it's more real. Good breeds good. Be good to yourself, and be good to one another. Game speed, game like. We train with a focus and intensity on the court, which turns practice into a game, and the game into a practice. We work hard, we play hard, we step it up. These principles are beyond basketball. We use basketball as a vehicle for growth and success. And the results, well, they speak for themselves. Countless number of middle school and high school MVPs. Over 60 college players, Division 1, 2, and 3. Professional players, national team players, a EuroLeague Rookie of the Year, an NBA draft pick, and over 5,000 families, all of whom have stepped it up. We have a love for the game, timeless principles that guide us, a state-of-the-art campus, engaged coaches. We have the results. The choice is simple. It's time to step it up. My name is Yosef, and I fell in love with basketball when I was 12 years old. Well, let me take you back to the beginning of Step It Up. A kid with hoop dreams. I wanted to be a Division I player. The dream became a reality. I ended up finding myself at Madison Square Garden. I ended up playing 2 years Division I basketball at Hofstra before transferring to Brandeis University in Boston, before moving to Israel, playing a year of pro ball. And at 25 years old, 2 years later, I started Step It Up. At the time, a basketball private training company. So I said to myself, if kids are getting better in an hour and getting better in a week, let's start a sleepaway camp. You can make a real shift in their mind, a shift in their soul and their perspective. We started with one kid in 2009. This summer, we're fortunate enough to host over 430 campers from 20 states and 10 countries. We train with a focus and intensity on the court, which turns practice into a game and the game into a practice. We use basketball as a vehicle for growth and success. And the results, well, they speak for themselves. Over 60 college players, Division I, II, and III. Professional players, national team players, a EuroLeague Rookie of the Year, an NBA draft pick, and over 5,000 families, all of whom have stepped it up. We have a love for the game, timeless principles that guide us, a state-of-the-art campus, engaged coaches. We have the results. The choice is simple. It's time to step it up.
Welcome back, everybody, and we're going to send it down to Asher.
In the beginning of the half, and now it's a close game going to the second half. What are your thoughts on them picking up the pressure, and how do you plan on beating their press and pressure? Is it something that you're happy about? You want a fast-paced game, or you're going to try to slow things down? What are your thoughts going to the second half?
I mean, basketball's a game of runs, obviously. Farber's a good match for us and good team. I mean, the idea is you have to handle pressure, and if you handle pressure, you tend to score. At the beginning of the game, our trap worked. We got easy buckets. They started getting easy buckets. They got into their press, and that caused us some trouble. So hopefully we'll regroup. Maybe the coffee will kick in, and we'll all feel a little happier.
All right, sounds good. Thank you, Coach.
Another great performance by Asher Falk. You know, that's what it does when you have one great performance. It leads to an extension, and he gets to do another one. But here we go. The second quarter ends. We are going to talk about our halftime show, which was brought to you by Camp Step It Up, located in upstate New York. With busing provided to and from the camp, Camp Step It Up was founded by Yogi Verdugo, a former D1 college basketball player. It is the most proven Shomer Shabbat basketball camp in the world, featuring 26 current Sarachek players and over 400 past Sarachek players, as well as YU and Stern College stars over the past 12 years. There are programs for boys and girls, grades 3 to 12, including a 6-week option in the U.S. and a 1-week option in Eretz Yisrael. There are 3 minyanim per day, learning groups, and a camp rabbi. Past campers include many Yeshiva League MVPs, over 70 college players, including Max Zakheim, dozens of professional and National League players, a EuroLeague Rookie of the Year, and an NBA draft pick. Additionally, Jake Sloan is playing in our game today from Camp Step It Up. And if you want more information, please email office@campstepitup.com, call 888-600-0908, or visit timetostepitup.com. And we're in for a pleasure of a second half as we have a 2-point ball game in the Max Stern Athletic Center, kicking off Championship Monday in the right way.
Yep. You saw what Asher was talking to Coach Farber about. Coach Farber said that, again, something that we talked about. Their press kind of came out early and set the tone, but Farber came right back, and now that's why we're at a 2-point game and now tied with the second half.
100%, and it looked like Farber drew up a play out of halftime as A.B. Garden put in with his left hand. And, yeah, very interesting to see the kind of dichotomy between the two coaches. On one hand, you had Gary Capaldi of Farber talking about going wild and crazy, and we had Ed Gelb kind of talking about controlling the pace and not turning the ball over so much, as J.J. Rapolino can't get it to go, and Singer pushes the pace over to their big man, and he puts it in. Shmuel Schonstein with a great high off the glass right-hand finish. Something we were just working on, actually.
Yeah, I mean, as we talked about, Farber's got to keep on getting inside to Schonstein. Pick up the pace, play with pace, but once you get on the half court, get inside the Schonstein, let him get to work, kick it out to shooters, and keep on playing, get a good brand of basketball.
Yeah, 100%. And something I want to talk about is actually one of my favorite restaurants out there, Dougie's. We would like to thank Dougie's for being a proud Max Live sponsor for the best BBQ and grill in Teaneck. Make your way to Dougie's. Go to Dougie'sBBQ.com to order. The link is in the description of this below. But I'll tell you, when you go to Dougie's, you got to take advantage.
Dougie's Elite.
Don't get a salad. Listen, I made this mistake one time. I'll tell you a quick story. Me and Max go to Dougie's, really hungry. I get a salad. I'm watching him eat this beautiful popper sandwich. I'm eating a salad. What was I thinking?
Yeah, that was. Yeah, you don't make a lot of mistakes, Halo, but that was probably the top of your mistakes. I mean, when you go to Dougie's, you just gotta so many options: burgers, poppers, sliders, just amazing stuff. So
it all comes down to decision making.
And you getting lettuce. You got
lettuce. Literally, lettuce with a side of sauce. And did you see that Farber just forced a 10-second violation? They're really coming out firing, taking the lead and trying to push it farther. And there's our guy, Gideon Lopetan, controlling the pace once again. Schottenstein looking for down low. Great ball movement. And Garden can't get it to go, but I'm really like what I'm seeing from Farber as Maimo goes it up. And Singer for Farber has been controlling the pace with 7 assists too. Him along with Lopetan. Oh, they caught it on the floor. Good footwork though by number 14, Ariel Jesselson. And Maimo, they got off to a hot start, and they really had a crushing loss in the round before, Max. Lost by 1 to Valley Torah on the Tier 3 semis. They blew a 16-point halftime lead. Jeez. How do you bounce back from a game like that?
That's tough. I mean, honestly, I'm surprised that Valley Torah is in Tier 3. I know they've won 2 out of the last 4 Saracheks, but again, you graduate guys. Sometimes, again, it's the developmental year, as we see with Maimo starting. They're probably their best players, a freshman guard. So, but yeah, I mean, losing by 16 at halftime, blowing a 16-point lead is tough. But look, you just got to come out and play. I mean, look, again, this is their last game of the season. You got the offseason to rest, so kind of just give it all you got, and the rest will take care of itself. Yeah,
definitely. And we would like to take a moment to give a huge thank you to one of our mentors and our good friends, Lior Hode, for his generous donation to Max Live in memory of Moish Kranzler. Alav Shalom. Moish was heavily involved in the Sarachek tournament when he worked in admissions. If you'd like to donate to Max Live and support the work that we do, visit maxlive.com/donate. And Lior Hode is somebody that all-time guy. He was an all-star, a Hall of Famer in this gym. Really, some people call this the gym that Lior Hode built.
Some people do.
Some people do, and some people call this the gym the Zakheim built. I don't think it's mutually exclusive. It could be both.
Yeah, I mean, Lior's such a great guy. He's done so much for our program, for our university, and no one even knows. He just wants to help and support and give us love. So there's just nothing but love for Lior and yeah, I mean, he's just an all-time guy.
Yeah, someone we can all look up to as Schottenstein draws yet another foul. Keep feeding the beast. Keep feeding the beast. That's what they say.
Yep. As Singer's been doing a great job controlling the pace and getting his guys involved. Again, get Singer 7 assists, get it inside of Schottenstein and let him do the rest.
Got to mention Singer. Singer's got a fresh fade going.
Yeah, he's got a nice cut. He's got a nice cut. We should, some guys on our team might not have the best barber around here. So we should, maybe when we go to, when we go to Detroit, we know where to go.
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Definitely a few I'm thinking of that could use a nice cut or two. Yeah, or maybe no cut at all.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Where's Ari Sklar? I haven't seen him in this building.
Yeah, speaking of, Ari Sklar is doing some things, actually, we can talk about later.
Yeah, he's really, Ari Sklar puts in a lot of hard work. He's a hard worker.
Yeah, and a lot of facets of life.
Yeah, a lot of facets. Puts in that work on, off the court. Great student, great leader, great friend. Guy. But Gelb just stepped out and knocked down a 3. It's super important to have a big that can step out and knock down a 3 like that.
100%. I mean, yeah, well, you said it. When you can kind of play that 5 out, spread them out, it's really hard. Then you can kind of get your dribble penetration. Really hard to stay in front of guys when you're spaced like that.
Yeah. I mean, if I were giving Gelb a player comp, he's almost looking like maybe a Jokic or he's kind of facilitating the game, stepping out, hitting threes, getting dirty inside. And Maimo really broke that press well. They just got to finish at the basket. Take the contact, finish at the basket. As Singer down to Schottenstein, can't get it to go, and Gelb with another rebound. pushes it ahead to Daniel Zibber. Back over to Jukowitz for three. Bang! What a shot by Emil Jukowitz. He has a bright future ahead of him. I can't stress that enough.
For sure. I mean, old saying in basketball is when you miss a layup, as Chauncey did down there, it always leads to usually a layup on the other end or an open look, and that happens. Chauncey misses a layup, and Jukowitz kind of goes right down with the wide open three.
And Jukowitz is in takeover mode as he grabs another steal and puts it down on the other end. I honestly thought he was going to dunk that. In 2 years, he probably will. Oh, big response by A.B. Garden.
The points flowing in right now.
Yeah. You know, as teams get tired, the offense gets a little easier. And Farber showing off their ferocious defense as Singer with another steal. Or Jesselson. Oh, definitely Singer. Or Garden, sorry. Garden with the steal and finish. Garden's been holding it down for the points.
Good finish on the left there.
Yeah. It's all about knowing scout, too. I mean, clearly, Jesselson, or Garden rather, prefers his left hand. You gotta take that away. You gotta pay attention to the scout. And
100%. I mean, I would assume the teams that are playing kind of for the gold and playing for games that ultimately really matter put focus into that. I mean, knowing your opponent, knowing the strengths of your opponent just gives you a leg up. Not, you know what I'm saying? Shots aren't always going to fall, but little things you can do to kind of impact the game is crucial.
Yeah, I think that might have
especially in March.
Might have missed the travel on Maimo there, but something I always wondered is what would you rather win coming from New York? Would you rather have a Yeshiva League championship or a Sarachek championship?
It's a good question. I think it has to be Yeshiva League. I mean, it's something you build all season for it. Tournaments can be fluky. Like you see DRS won the Yeshiva League championship, lost in the first round. Like, they can be fluky. You have a bad night here, there. Like, you build all season. You play a 15-game regular season for your league championship. It's got to be for me. It's got to be the league championship.
With a great finish by Rapolino as he goes for the reverse layup, and we're gonna take a second to go to commercial break. See you back here in a few.
Camp Seneca Lake, the premier Jewish sports camp in the tri-state area. We place a major emphasis not only on competitive sports within our campus walls, but also have our boys and girls participate in tournaments across many sports in all age groups against other camps. This season, we fielded 31 Wayne County teams, 9 tournament teams that competed outside against other camps. These games are a highlight of our campers and our staff alike.
Welcome back to the Max Stern Athletic Center. We got still a 2-point game. Both teams, Max, can't seem to gain any separation.
Yep, it's a tight one here. We got to kick off championship Monday, but that's what you play for. Close games. No one wants to blow out. You know, you want close games. You want to get the juices flowing. You want to compete. So.
Speaking about close games, you see Berman, the Berman basketball team has just entered the gym. They had a heartbreaking loss yesterday in the Tier 1 semifinals.
Yeah, I heard. I wasn't actually able to catch that one, but I heard it was a good one.
Yeah, they fought hard, but sometimes it's just hard to beat these New York teams that are in their home state, sleeping in their own bed.
100%.
As number 5, Emmett Singer, dribbles it around, and ball staying with the Farber Fire. Checking into the game, number 14, Ariel Jesselson for the Maimo M Cats. And what are some standout stats you've been seeing, Max?
Yeah, I mean, as we've been talking about, Jonas Singer, we talked about him pregame. We've been talking about him all game. Just kind of controlling the pace. He's got 8 assists, feeding inside to his big, getting steals, playing good defense. He's been crucial, obviously, for Farber's kind of comeback in this game in general. And again, another guy we talked about pregame, Emil Jukowitz, 12 points, 3 steals. He's just got hot recently, kind of to get Maimo right back tied at 38, but I think for the next 10 minutes or so of the game, whoever is going to kind of win that matchup will probably end up winning.
Yeah, and Emmett Singer has been making some winning plays. Got a steal down there on one end, brings it back, gets shot and a great look on the other. I wonder if they're brothers. We have Jonas Singer, Emmett Singer, one a sophomore, one a senior. Yeah. Both great basketball players, great guards, controlling the pace. Yeah, and speaking about Emmett Singer, I think that was his 4th steal, I'm being told by the booth.
Yep.
So really great performance on the defensive end.
It's an up and down game here. So it's, again, as we talked about, limit turnovers and it's a good recipe to win.
Yeah. Oh, great ball handling work by number 11, Daniel Zilber, as he swings it to Sam Marcus. Over to Jukowitz. Jukowitz going right to left. Great cross. Kicks it out. As Justin takes it with his left hand. Great scoop layup as he gets it to go.
For sure. I think something we've been talking about with Jukowitz is like he's a freshman. You know, like obviously things got to improve on. Great player, but things got to improve on. Right there, makes a great left to right cross. Kind of gets the defender on his hip, but not able to finish. Not able to get into his body and use that strength. So you'll see Jukowitz at his sophomore, junior year. I bet you he'll get in the weight room and he'll be able to kind of hold off defenders and finish those moves.
Yeah, some of that I think is natural strength that's going to come too.
Sure.
He'll be able to keep him on his hip. You know, maybe draw an and one.
100%. As Coach Ron again likes to say, three points the old-fashioned way. He doesn't like 3-pointers.
Yeah, 100%.
He likes 3 points the old-fashioned way.
And even when you hit a 3-pointer, you better not make it no gesture.
No gesture.
Gestures are
for
for kids. Gestures are for kids that don't knock it down normally.
For kids that aren't tougher.
Right, exactly. And Farber getting on offensive board, really showing that tough spirit. As Singer puts it up, that looked like a double clutch 3 from the corner. Wow, what a shot. As Jukowitz pushes it ahead. See that Jukowitz really has both hands in the bag, as he has a nice pull-up J, but I'm really seeing flashes of greatness that I think could really come to fruition in the coming years.
I'm a big fan here of Jukowitz.
And Singer, wow, Singer can do it on both ends. Not only 8 steals, but a great spin layup with his left hand.
Singer's trying to go home. Last career game ever, putting on the Farber uniform with a W. I mean,
exactly. That's your mentality. Look at him hype up the team. We're getting tough right now. As number 35, Itai Waingard, I think his first points of the game. That was a nice post finish. I think it's important, Max, to talk about guards getting into the post a little bit. Is that something you worked on?
You're saying feeding into the post?
Or no, even guards getting post work.
Yeah, 100%. That's something that I've worked on a lot with Coach Ellie Katz. Is kind of like, 100%. I mean, getting in there, you have a little smaller matchup there. You can do a lot of things because guards, especially when you're guarding the post as a guard, you're not comfortable. You know what I'm saying? Guards aren't comfortable guarding the post. So you give a little fake, give a little that. You can kind of get your own.
Yeah, as the other Singer goes from half court with another. I think that was another steal for the Singer family, but yeah, so as we finish the third quarter, we're going to go to one final commercial break. We'll be back with you in a few. Welcome back. As Sarachek has arrived, Max Live is your home for the tournament. Watch games, news, stats, and more at maxlives.com. MACSLIVE.com, maxlive.com. Your home for the Red Sarachek tournament. We have a nail biter out here in the Max Stewart Athletic Center. Farber 46, Maimo 42. Max, this is an exciting fourth quarter to come.
Let's do it. 8 minutes left of basketball to play for the season.
For the season,
for these
Singer's
guys.
last game of his career.
So let's see what they got in store.
Let's see what Jonas got going for his right. Great pass to Lobaton, and he denies him out of bounds. What a block by Ariel Jesselson. He doesn't want to go home a loser either, but he has one more year. 6'2", junior forward, Singer. As he inbounds it to the other Singer, and he goes down to Lobaton. Lobaton dribbling to his left. Lobaton dribbles for 3. No good. Rebound Maimo. And Singer getting a little over anxious here, picking up a foul. But I think that's a foul if you're Farber's coach that you're fine seeing. I mean, they're getting so many steals. You got to give them a foul here, 1 or 2. The ref not really happy with the stands right now. He's getting this game in order and asserting his dominance. What a move by the ref.
Yeah, a little bit of altercation here, but yeah, I mean, it's part of the game.
It's all part of the game, and I don't think we'll be seeing anymore. I want to mess with that guy.
Yeah, no, the ref's got to control the game. That's the main job of a ref. Keep the game. Don't let the game get out of hand. Don't let anything get out of hand. So, the ref did a good job there, kind of just getting things calmed down before anything kind of arose.
Yeah, and the refs seem like they're made an emphasis during the timeout to start calling some of these reaching fouls. Maybe the coach talked to him or something. But Maimo inbounds the ball to number 11, Daniel Zilber. Zilber with an in-and-out cross. Swings it over to Sam Marcus. As Juckowitz cuts it through. Back over to Wangard. Back to Zilber. Some great ball movement by Maimo. Juckowitz pulls up for three. Kaboom! What a shot by Emil Juckowitz. And he is putting Maimo on his back.
Yeah, that's 15 points now for Juckowitz. I mean, kid's playing really well today. Gotta give him his props. Gotta give him his flowers.
Singer drives in, can't get it to go. Maimo has a chance to take the lead, but Singer comes in from behind. You know what Coach Ronnie would call that? He would call that a flick. They must work on the flick drill out here, out in Detroit.
Flick drill is a great drill. It builds character, I would say.
Builds character, builds flick strength. Flick, what you come to realize, is flicking is not some random action. It's an act of determination, an act of skill. Schonstein can't get it to go to the left. Juckowitz getting on the boards a little bit.
Yeah, I thought that could have been a foul there, on the body there.
Yeah.
Sometimes, as a bigger guy, they don't always give it to you. Travel.
Yeah.
Yep.
As Zilber travels a little bit, but Maimo bringing in a fresh new batch of 3 substitutes.
Hockey substitution here for Coach Gelb and his MCATs.
Yeah, he got Gelb back in. He got Rappolino, and he's got Danny Masagi, trying to kind of give the stretch, maybe give some of their starters a break. Here's Singer. Singer pulls up for 3. And he gets it to go. He's going match to match with Juckowitz.
Singer a little bit on triple-double or double-double watch for sure. 9 points, 8 assists, and 3 steals.
Wow.
I mean, he's putting together a great finale for him.
The Singer brothers, I would assume, or the Singer teammates at least, really putting on a show for how a backcourt should play. 100%. On both ends of the court.
Setting the tone.
Setting the tone.
I mean, the game changed when they brought the energy to the full court press.
100%. And he's clapping in his face as Maimo swings it over, tries to get it down to Gelb, and they can't get it.
Yeah, I mean, I think the rest missed that one a little bit. He was holding number 43 there.
Yeah, I definitely saw that a little bit. It's hard when you're a bigger guy, like you were saying.
Yeah,
sometimes the ref doesn't give it to you.
Yeah, he was wrapped around Gelb there. But anyways, you got to keep on playing.
Farber has a big opportunity here to extend this to almost even a 7-point game. This is a massive possession as Singer dribbles it. Uses the screen by Schonstein. Right to left. Spin move back to his right. Swings it back to the other Singer. Back to Singer from the corner for 3. He gets it to go! The Singer brothers are in takeover mode. Wow!
Singer's got to throw someone up there for that 3 ball. That's a big one. I mean, Farber shooting the ball really well right now. It's going to be hard to beat them if they're shooting it like that.
Maimo needs to settle down and get a good working possession as Singer hustles the ball, and I don't know about that call. I don't know. I would have called jump ball.
Yeah, it's tough. I don't know. I'll give the benefit of the doubt to the refs there. I think I'd go either way.
Jonas Singer is laying it all on the line for his final game. As Maimo inbounds it to Gelb. Gelb kind of pulling his yoke. He's playing point guard right now. Facilitating from the top as he swings it over to Ariel Justison. To Juckowitz. What a play call by the ref, but he can't get it to go. A rare miss layup by Juckowitz. And Farber can extend the lead even farther. As Jonas dribbles it to his left. Back over to Emmett. Back to Schonstein. Back to Singer. Jonas going to his right. Swings it to the corner. 4-3. Bang! Bang! What a shot by Lopatin! And Maimo is rattled. Maimo is rattled, Max. How do you bounce back?
Wow. Was that 3 straight threes? You hit us with a double bang. I mean, look, it's the Farber crowd's getting into it.
The Farber faithful.
I mean, look, this is all you want now at probably around 8:45 on a Monday, championship Monday. But yeah, I mean, look, Farber set the tone so far, especially in the second half. They're playing great ball. They're shooting the ball well. They're moving it. They're getting after Maimo. That's the biggest thing, dude. They're getting after Maimo. Maimo has not been comfortable ever since the first 5-10 minutes of the game.
I think this is where Maimo is kind of showing their inexperience. Farber knows how to close out a game. And in this 4 minutes, Maimo is going to really have to turn up the pressure because we got a double-digit lead here.
100%. You saw a couple possessions ago. Coach Gelb put up their sets. Great action. Gets that curl right to Jukowicz. And unfortunately, he kind of misses that layup. But things like that are things you got to do when it gets down to winning time. I'm seeing flashes of Zevi, Sam, and Max Zach on backcourt in the Singer brothers. I mean, really taking over this game. And I'll just like to say that after the game ends, be sure to stay tuned for the Yachad post-game show. We will be interviewing the stars of the game. Yachad obviously does so much for our community, so much good for the world. And, great showing by the Farber faithful. Getting some chants going, bringing some energy for their team. You can't discount that, how important that is. Here we go, Maimo with a really valuable possession here. You could see the pressure on their faces, the intensity from the bench. Here is Gelb, dribbling it with his right, keeping it on his hip. Over to Jukowicz. Jukowicz with a step-back three, and he gets blocked. I don't know if that I'm not really sure what Coach drew up there.
Probably not the look that that Maimo was looking for. Farber now has a chance to. Oh, but Jukowicz intercepts the ball, keeping it on his hip. Great pass down low as he draws a foul. That was incredible vision by Jukowicz. I couldn't even see it from up here.
Yep. I think kind of going back to that last action a little bit, I think Coach kind of drew it up for that pick and roll between Jukowicz and Gelb. Jukowicz had that step to the left, but just not sure how comfortable he is going to that left hand. Something that Jukowicz, amazing player, something that I think he could work on is being able to kind of turn that corner left as well as he can do it right.
Yeah, that's definitely a good point. It wasn't a strong hand.
Yeah.
And during these free throws, I want to mention one of my favorite restaurants, not only in Washington Heights area, but probably in the world. Stephanie and Edgar do a great job running Golan. Golan, you should come to Golan for the best authentic Israeli food and more. Located just steps away on campus, shawarma, schnitzel, poppers, to name a few. Heights, delicious options. And don't even get me started on the beefsteak, Max. Don't even get me started. The ref is taking matters into his own hands. Wow. The ref is not having any chatter from the sidelines.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if this is like Lincoln Financial Field with the Eagles, but I don't know if we have an underground prison here in YU. But
where will they take him? I don't know. But, I mean, you got to have some respect for a Farber faithful coming in early in the morning. But doesn't look like the ref's too happy.
Yeah. How many people get kicked out at Sarachek games, you think? It's got to be
there has to be a build, like a Hall of Fame almost, a Wall of Fame.
Yeah, you got to respect him for standing on business.
Yeah, setting the tone. And you can't discount the first game of the day. He's showing everyone watching that there is no room. There is no room for chatter, no room for trash talk. Ref really taking over. And let's see if that can give Maimo maybe some momentum.
What if he just kind of turns around and starts running back on the court? That'd be crazy.
I don't know. I think security's going to have to keep a tough watch.
I don't know if they got taser.
I mean, Giovanni, let me give first a quick shout out to my friend
If they had Giovanni, then it'd be
Giovanni, really a jack of all trades, technician, janitor, really does so much for the YU community. Probably one of the most valuable assets. And that might be a backcourt violation. And the ref caught it. A costly turnover by the Farber Fire. And let's see if Maimo can take advantage.
Yeah, here again, another hockey sell by Coach Gelb. Interesting strategy. I guess, I don't know, last game, want to get guys involved.
Is he giving up on the game, bringing on the bench? But maybe he really trusts his bench. Some teams are that deep. Guess we'll see. Shout out to Ashley Botnick, who's walking by, and really does so much for the YU community as well. Really the whole Botnick family. As Gelb drives in and draws a foul. 2 shots for Gelb. Gelb almost looking like one of our friends, Dotan Bardachev out there.
Yeah, I haven't seen that guy in a while. I hope he's doing
Yeah, definitely haven't been in the gym recently, that's for sure.
Yeah, he's a great guy, though. All-time guy.
Probably one of the best. And something that Dotan does that I think Gelb can learn from is really work on his handle, going both ways.
For sure.
Getting in the post, posting up. I think maybe Dotan can offer some classes to him.
For sure. So it looks like the altercation isn't fully settled.
I think we're having a streaker trying to come back into the court, Max.
Yeah, that'd got to be first one in Y history if you get a streaker.
Really would be an honor to witness that, though.
Yeah.
See,
look, Coach said it'd be wild and crazy.
He wants it wild and crazy, and who knows? Maybe that was part of his strategy the whole time. He really seems like he knows what he's doing.
Higher streakers.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly right. As Farber tries to ice this game as the Singer backcourt, dribbling up and drawing foul. Maimo really has to pick up the energy right now if they want any chance.
It's crazy. Remember back first quarter, 14-2, Maimo.
How the turntables, one might say.
Yeah, I mean, really, as we talked about, they couldn't handle the pressure of Farber.
Yeah, and I think the Singer brothers really
set the tone.
Really set the tone, and along with Lobatansky and Schonstein, really put their team in the right place to win. But we'll see if Maimo has any last fight. As number 3, Amit Sage dribbling the ball, another freshman, brings it over to number 33, Josh Roth, senior. Here are the Singer brothers. If everyone watching at home, if they're not brothers, I really apologize, but I think they are. As Lopatansky draws a foul. Lopatin, Vatansky.
I mean, even if they're not brothers by blood, I mean they've probably been teammates for a while, so that's a brotherhood for sure. Anyways,
100%. So it's a very good point. They're running a little bit of a weave here. Lopatin goes in with his left and can't get it to go. You can tell he's a little uncomfortable going to his left side. Maybe
for
something
sure.
he should work on this offseason. As number 3, Amit Sage setting the tone. He looks like he's bringing some nice energy from the freshman. Number 22, Sam Marcus, over to Roth, and Singer with another steal. The Singer brothers must have almost 12 steals, maybe 15 combined between the two of them.
Yeah, I mean, they're just kind of they've set the tone, just kind of getting after guards, making them uncomfortable, and it's the reason why they're up 9 points with 2 minutes to go.
Yeah. And a great pass out of Lopatin, and it's rejected by number 35. Eitan Weingart, and we're honored to welcome into the booth YU incredible worker, Ashley Botnick. Ashley, how are you doing today? Or not, I guess we're having some technical difficulties. So over to number 14 by Farber. Number Garnet, as Singer gets fouled with 1:23 left to go.
I think you might have to post-game interview the streaker.
I think we should. I think that is somebody that really put himself on the line for the team.
Yeah, I mean he cares about Farber basketball. You can't deny that.
You cannot deny it. You cannot deny that he cares about Farber basketball. Singer drives in the lane over to number 14.
Oh, that could be for the double-double. That could have been for the double-double.
No good. But a good board. They're still hustling. They are still hustling. You have to really respect these teams. 8 in the morning, the third place consolation game.
I'm not sure, but I think that could have been for a double-double if we would have made that. I know he's either at 8 or 9 assists. So
the thing about Singer is he doesn't care about stats. He cares about W's.
Yeah, you're right.
Our good coach, Elliot Simons, always says,
chasing letters, not numbers.
Letters, not numbers. As number 35, Eitan Weingart knocks it down from the free throw line.
It's only a 5-point game. It's not over.
Only a 5-point game. It really isn't over. I don't know why they're not going crazy. But they foul. I don't think they needed to foul, but I guess that was their strategy going in. Here is Singer trying to ice the game. The first one, no good, and Maimo has some life. And thanks again, everybody, for tuning in. We would like to thank, many of our amazing workers, Executive Director Eitan Traurig, Executive Producer Zevi Pancer, Associate Director Jared Lazarus, Associate Producer Joseph Silver and David Samson, Director Dovid Raviv, Camera Operators Tover Farber, Marco Fanunu, Kobe Nurani, Tech Ops Zachary Strolovich, Stats Josh Teich, Jared Kinchis, our special announcing coach and teammate Zach Siklik, Ashley Botnick. Who else we have over here? We have Roy Itkovich, Gabby Laluz, and doing an incredible job manning the table. And Max, these Max Live guys really give it their all for the team.
Yeah, I mean, they work tirelessly for Sarachek, for our games. One guy I want to shout out, doesn't get enough love, I think, is my guy that works behind the studio, Eitan. He's just an all-time guy. He just puts in work tirelessly at all hours, and he's a great guy. So I just wanted to shout him out.
People were nervous when Akiva Poppers left. What's going to be with Max Live? And I think Eitan Traurig really showed that he's taking it to even the next level.
100%. I mean, look, everyone, Poppers is the fancy guy, the sexy guy. But a lot of guys do stuff behind the scenes that really makes this thing work.
Yeah, 100%. And that's honestly how most people would describe Poppers, the sexy guy behind the scenes. But I will say that Max Live's doing an incredible job. Silent producer Asher Falk doing an incredible job. And it's really an honor to be part of a team like this, Max. It's an honor to be here with you today.
Yeah, Hilo. No, I mean, Hilo's the one for me to thank. He not only pushes me to do things that are a little out of my comfort zone. He's just that type of guy. So thank you, Hilo.
Much love, my brother. And let's see if Maimo can have a last gasp. They really are only 2 shots behind.
Yeah, they called a violation there. It could have been a 5-point game.
They don't go for the 3, though, and the jumper is no good. And Singer, who did they call the foul on?
I think Maimo.
Yeah, and Farber going to the line once again, trying to ice the game. But crazier things have happened in Sarachek. Crazier things have happened.
For sure. Just because the Division I tournament's been all chalk doesn't mean that Sarachek will be, and it's not. I mean, isn't the championship game a 10 seed in Mag and David versus a 4 seed in TBC? I mean, it's not chalk here at Sarachek. There's no NIL, so.
Yeah, exactly. No NIL, but maybe that's coming soon with how successful Sarachek has been over the past few years. As Singer for the free throw, can't get it to go. And let's see Maimo's last gasp of desperation. As freshman guard.
Desperation. Speaking of desperation, desperation mode is a crazy thing. As last night I was at the assignment due, and I had to be in desperation mode.
Yeah, I mean, listen, for all of you guys, all you students listening, all of you college students listening, we are college broadcast, and sometimes your assignments come down to the last second, Max.
And yeah, I mean, you never know what you can do. You never know what you can do until your backs are against the wall. When your back's against the wall, time's ticking down, magical things happen.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, the same assignment you couldn't get done 3 nights before. Once there's 30 minutes on the clock, that thing's flying.
It's different, man. Your mindset is just, I gotta do it. It's desperation mode.
Yeah, and you really gotta give props to some of our team tutors who help out the basketball team working through those problems and their homework. Especially Ashley Botnick puts in invaluable time helping the team.
Helping everyone.
Really helping everyone. As Maimo, maybe their last shot of the season, puts up a 3 and it cannot get it to go. As Farber trying to break the press for the final time. Back to Singer, and they better get across the timeline. They better get across, and they do. As Louboutin holds it, and the Farber faithful are on their feet. And it's been an honor, Max, once again.
I feel bad for my guy. He doesn't get to celebrate the Farber win.
Exactly.
He's escorted out.
You got to be careful. The security better be on him. You never know. You never know if he's waiting outside in the tunnel. But thank you guys all for tuning in. And we're going to go to commercial. We'll be right back with Asher Falk, our prize sideline reporter.
Hi, I'm Morel. I'm a lower girl division head. I have been at Camp Seneca Lake for 4 years now. I love all the fun activities and attractions we have for all the kids. We have ropes with a zip line. We have lake with boating and whippets to climb on. We have ATVing for the kids to drive with their friends and have fun. We have paintballing where they get to get their energy out on their friends and just have a good time.
Every night ends with a special night activity. The night activities range from paint dodgeball to shaving cream fight, cake wars, boy girls sing, and sea run dress.
We hope to see you in Camp Seneca Lake 2025.
The Jewish life and Ruach at Camp Seneca are top-notch.
There's nothing like the Shabbos we have here filled with Zmiros and Ebbing and a gorgeous Havdalah.
Davening every day, chinuch classes.
Deep, meaningful conversations with just amazing kids and beautiful relationships here.
At Camp Seneca Lake, you'll grow over your summer.
Welcome back, everybody, to the Max Stewart Athletic Center. A hard-fought win for the Farber Fire. And we have the entire team standing by with Asher Falk. Asher, take it away.
For Kathy Sklar. Mrs. Sklar, this is for you. We put in all this work every day. We know how much
you love basketball and you like it more than the APs and Model UN. We love you, Mrs. Sklar. Shout out to you.
Love it, love it. All right. As we know, you brought your team with the big win with 12 points, 9 assists, 4 steals, almost a triple-double. Okay.
Like, growing up as a kid, like, on the streets, every non-Orthodox kid dreams about 3rd place, Tier 3. This is the spot. We got the opportunity. And, like, I've been dreaming about this moment my entire life, and I'm so happy I could do it for my team, like, do it for my coach. We love Coach. This is the moment I've been dreaming about my whole life, so I'm just happy to be here.
Love it. Way to play, guys. Good win.
Guys, great Achdus, great team camaraderie by the Farber Fire. And look at them dance. Turn the camera.
Do your dance, do your dance, do your dance. Hey.
Wow. You got to respect them for putting it out on the Max
Kid from the streets. I mean, you got to.
He came from the streets.
It's not easy.
It's definitely not easy where we come from, but I mean, you got to see them loving their teacher too, giving props to their teacher. And Max, what are your views on the game?
Yeah, I mean, look, as we talked about, great game for Farber. Came out a little bit slow, as a lot of teams do at 8 a.m. Not easy, but they picked it up, dialed in the pressure, got after Maimo's guards, and made some shots down the stretch, and were able to come out victorious. Kind of.
Yeah, definitely. Singer setting the tone, Lopetan making some big plays, Schottenstein getting dirty down low, and I think they really are wild and crazy, as the coach said.
They wasn't lying.
All right, so everyone please tune in to the 3rd place game between the YU Eula Panthers and the Berman Cougars. And thank you, Max, for being here with me today.
Thank you,
Really an
Hilo.
honor. And
great time, and look forward to doing it again.
Hopefully soon.